Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. And we're going to be doing the new moon in Scorpio. Okay, so this is my second go around. I did what I did with the live. I left my radio on in the background, and I've been doing that. I've been doing like harebrained kind of things for a while. And I'm just, yeah, there's just, I don't know what to say about that, you guys. I was like, almost the whole way through the reading, and I realized, oh, great. I forgot about that. So, here we go, beautiful Pisces. Let's do this again. I did not put the cards away. I kept the cards for the reading, so I will be going through them again. Hopefully with a lot more finesse than I usually do because, well, I've actually done this reading before. But let's go. We're looking at the new moon. And it doesn't surprise me that this happened with this because it's, yeah, this is the kind of stuff that's going to be happening. Electric. The new moon in Scorpio is intense, competitive, snarky, electric, yeah. And you know, as I said in the previous reading that I've already done, we were talking about the fact that this feels very much, I understand now why last week was so intense in the way that it came in. Only when I started reading this this morning to do the reading, and I realized, oh, that's why last week was like last week. So I'm going to read a little bit of what she says. This is a great book to have. You can follow the moon and the moon cycles, and if you read it ahead of time, you could actually use it correctly, unlike me who does it like day of. But you know, whatever, you guys, you know, you can read through this and expect what you can expect. And you know, moon affects like the body. It affects our physiology. So it's not as woo-woo as a lot of people think. It actually has a scientific place in our world on how the body and the planets, you know, affect each other. So here we go. Clearly 2023 wants to out with a bang, not a whimper. Yay. Last month we had the eclipses, and this month we have not another eclipse, but a really electric new moon. For a start, the new moon is taking place in the incredibly intense sign of Scorpio. And a little reminder, she says here that we have all Scorpio in our chart somewhere. That's just how astrology works. And moreover, this new moon is taking place right alongside the planet of fire, drive and determination, which is Mars. And in ancient astrology, Mars actually rules the sign of Scorpio. So in a way, this is like having a match next to a fuse. Yay! That's just great, isn't it, Pisces? And it says, expect life to be quite lively this month, especially in the lead up to and on the day of the new moon. And she actually puts it in blue. So last week we were leading up to this moon, and yeah, that felt like that. Didn't that feel quite uncomfortable? Yeah. Oh, but she says, but wait, there's more. Yay. Last but certainly not least is the fact that this new moon is taking place in a really intense clash with the planet of chaos and craziness, Uranus. It's truly the icing on the cake. Yay. Oh my God, okay. Is that on one hand, it's amazing new moon to get yourself out of the doldrums, to shift your energy and to move on from being upset about anything or anyone. But on the other hand, the energies really are a little bit out of control. So mind how you go. Mind how you go, absolutely. So I would say just like slam your mouth shut every time you want to say something really snarky, and go, give it a minute and see if it comes, if you still feel the need to do it, or just keep going. When it comes to utilizing these energies to make your new moon wishes, one of the best things you can do for yourself is figure out what you need to liberate or free yourself from. And I mentioned this in the earlier reading, so I'm going to do it again. And it's, if you need to break free from limiting self-beliefs, and then it's called, she calls it the good old anti-nonsense method. So these are sentences that you can write down and fill out the rest. So the first one is, in the past, my limiting self-belief was that blank. So if you want to write those down and then fill them out, she says, will help you. And I find that makes a lot of sense. Writing it down makes you think about it, makes you put light to it, okay? And that's what we were all about last week, illuminating the stuff that's really And, okay, so the first sentence, in the past, my limiting self-belief was that blank. The second sentence, but that's nonsense, exclamation point. The truth is blank. The third sentence is realizing this, I am going to blank. So did you get all of that? Okay. So there you go. Just work on yourself this month. I'm gonna bring the cards out now because when I first pulled the card, I pulled it from the Enchanted Dream Tarot, which I decided to use for this reading. All the decks that I'm using, they're in a little description link in the description box, and it's written, I think, like, here's the decks I use. They're affiliate links. They don't cost extra to you. But by using it, you get your deck, of course, at the same price you would have even if you didn't use it. But you're helping the channel, so it's free to you to use, but it helps me. So, if you're looking for ways to support me, good. If you don't like me at all, well, then don't do it. The Five of Swords is the card that is being associated to this new moon. I generally this is like cringe, right? It's like, oh, Five of Swords, oh no, that means work. To me, it always means work. It always means that things are going to feel one way, and you're going to have to work to see it in a different way. And the Five of Swords, when I was learning tarot with my guides, explained to me that the Five of Swords are like two warring factions. Both sides think they're right. Both sides think they're going to win. And depending on which side you're on is the perception that you have. Your perception should be that you will win no matter what. That there is magic and guidance to be had no matter what. You see it here in the magical kind of, thing happening here in the background. No matter what it looks like. Okay, like you're in the dark. There's light to be had. So, even though you may feel like you're looking at a lost battle for certain aspects of it, this might be just irritability, or you feeling attacked, or feeling defeated, self-defeat, right? Or you just being harsh. So, just remember this as you're going into this moon. Like she said, Mars, right? Mars, the planet of war. War! There we are. This is war, okay? But it's a small war. It's the Five of Swords. It's not a major arcana war. It's a little itty-bitty war, okay? Just keep that in your mind. And a lot of that war could be in your mind. I pulled from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. And the first card that came out was Sovereignty, Queen of the Moon. For me, that's the Queen of Cups, okay? You have the Queen of Cups in this card. She is the one who receives. She's the one who is going, okay, I'm going to be receptive. I'm going to be sensitive, introspective, psychic. I'm going to be loving. I'm going to be, I'm going to listen. And we were talking about that as well last week. Be a listener, right? Be a listener. The Queen, the Sovereignty, in other words, the Queen, it's a master energy. In other words, it says you have it within you to be better. Okay, I won't say than the rest, but it's kind of implied. You can maneuver this. You have that masterful energy to be able to let it come in. And yes, I'm talking to my gentleman people as well. We all have masculine, feminine, and it doesn't matter of our gender. It's just there. That's the energy it is. It's the yin and the yang. So this is the yin. This is you letting things in, taking the introspection and going, okay, before I act, all fire and brimstone here, I need to take a moment and just kind of let it come in, right? Let it percolate, figure out what the strategy is going to be, and then bam, power. That's the other card that came in. with the full moon. So between the new moon and the full moon, and by the way, this is 5, and this was also 5, which is something I mentioned in the first one, but am now remembering in this one. We have the 7, which is the year we're in, right? It's the year of assessment. It's the year of looking at things in depth and going, what do I do? You're turning it over. You're going, what am I doing with this? Well, you're going to use it in your best ability. That's how you use this full moon, and that's how they want you to use this full moon. Okay? So they're giving you tips and tricks on how to use this moon in the best way possible, Pisces. Because if you don't, you're just going to end up, I don't know, it could get hairy, is what I feel. Okay? Yeah, I mentioned something in the first one. It was like, yeah, this is a chance for you to become sharp as an arrow. Yeah. Okay, so the next card that came out was your dreams need a practical plan, and it's full moon in Taurus. So now we're talking between the new moon and the full moon. We're talking between the 2 full moons. The last one was the full moon in Taurus with the eclipse. So at that time, they wanted you to ground yourself, figure out what you wanted, and, you know, move forward with those decisions. You should have a plan down. You should have an idea of what you want to do, whether it's love, whether it's career, whether it's money, whether it's business, whatever. Okay, even health plans, you know, like, you know, I want to do more. I want to care about it. You should already have this written down somewhere. You should already have an idea. You may have not put it into practice yet, but you should have it already, or a good idea of what you want to do. So now it's time to tweak it. Okay, it's time to make it yours. Just like I started at one point to tell you guys that I do readings, and I'm going to kind of not change it, but I want to bend it to be more than a reading for you guys. I want it to be for people who are looking for their life path. And I think I'm going to call them sessions, because I think that's more what I want to do. But I've had to confer with my spirit guides and listen and see if I want to add just like quick readings. So I'm still going by it, but I started with a practical plan. And now you may have done the same thing, and now you're just moving forward, okay? And then you have step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Now, if for some of you who are not familiar with North Node is your, I don't know, your life's plan. Let me see, let's see if I can find this really quick. I'm going to take the... Pardon me, I'm going to have to make a little bit of a mess here. Well, maybe not. Look at that. If you hear a big boom, it's because the deck's just fallen down. But I'm going to try and find the North Node here in the book, because this is Star Codes Astro. They probably can explain it a lot better. Yeah. See, it just came out. So... And what did I say? This was 7, and in this book it is 34/7. The North Node, or Ascending Node, represents a place the soul longs to be, where fate beckons. This is uncharted territory. You don't have a map. The North Node calls you to territory that doesn't have a particular charge, and can either be an exciting exploration or start off a bit bland and becomes more satisfying as you proceed. For me, it was the second one. It was bland, because my South Node was Leo, which was like all fire and, you know, all attention or eyes on me, because Leo's very like, yeah, sun, right? And the North Node to that is Aquarius, which is being of service to others. So I still had like a drive of wanting attention. And that was, so it was at the beginning, it was like, but you must serve everybody. And it was like, yeah, well, that's boring, right? Let's be real. You know, it's not always, especially at the age of 20, you want it to be all about you, right? As you get older, it gets easier. You start seeing the bigger picture. But So there you go. The lunar nodes are the points on the zodiac where the moon's orbit crosses the ecliptic. When the moon's ecliptic, we just went through two of those. Okay. When the moon, sun, and earth exactly line up here, a shadow mysteriously covers the moon, the sun or moon, and creates an eclipse. Hey, we just did that. The ancients thought a giant creature cast those shadows and referred to the nodes as the head and tail of a dragon. The point where the moon heads north is called the north node. The dragon's head calls you forward. Think about where you'd like to be and what you'd like to be doing in 10 years. And make this a beacon that guides you through the time in between. Notice what that piques your curiosity. That's something that excites and beckons you, even if it's unfamiliar. Practice beginner's mind and learn the basics. Some people may resist your change and tell you to stay in your lane, but that's just their discomfort talking. Advisors, friends, and employees who were once perfect for you may no longer be the companions you need on this fresh path. If they truly wish the best for you, they will eventually celebrate as your world expands. If your field or expertise feels too small or confined, branch out and explore new territory. Along this path are people you need to meet and situations that push you out of your comfort zone and call you to your soul's growth. The challenge is it can be scary to leave familiar territory. Even people who may resist your evolution, it could be hard and scary to pull away from them, okay? And the gift is new beginnings dawn. Your faith awaits. This path may start out uncertain, but it will become more solid and delicious as you progress. So this is a time to follow more of your path, your authentic self, okay? So in short, this is like this, you be authentically you, okay? And I didn't read it from the Moonology deck, which is weird. I don't question anything anymore. So now we went to the second Moonology deck, Manifestations, and it came out with Be Real, which is a full moon in Aquarius, which I found funny because my North Node is Aquarius, right? So be real, be authentic, kind of just saying the same thing that this card just said, like, be you, okay? You're going in that direction. It's time, even though if it's nothing you know, it's something you need to be. This was kind of your life path, okay? So new moon in Aquarius, open up to change. Again with the Aquarius, which is funny. Full moon and new moon in Aquarius, it's like a full cycle. And the Aquarius is just for my benefit of... like I said, my North Node is to be of service. So do the full circle of being who you are meant to be. Okay? And then you finally have a revelation in Scorpio. Last quarter moon in Scorpio. Reveal what needs to be seen. And I'm just going to say this. I think that this is just telling you, Pisces, that you need to be... You need to see the truth, okay? You need to reveal what's there, what's in the shadows of everything. It's time. It's time for you to see that stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to take the Moonology messages. Yeah, I'm taking all of Yasmin's decks. Absolutely, why not? She's got them. Let's use them, right? And maybe I should call this a Yasmin Bolin reading, but... So you went almost all reading without any card shuffling. Aren't you lucky, for those of you who really hate this? Okay. So you have synchronicity and take a risk. Yeah. The North Node was telling you, even if it's unfamiliar, go ahead and do it. The Moon's moment, synchronicity. So I'm going to read that one. We haven't seen that one. So we've seen a lot of... I don't know if they go under the moon. Okay. Yeah, they do. Okay. Oh boy. The moon's moment. Let's see. Something is flowing in the right direction for you when this comes up. Everything is either already falling into place or will do so very soon. Even if you fervently believe that you create your own reality, as I do, she says, there are times when events have an almost destined feel. And this is one of those times. Well, I always feel that this is destined when I do readings and everything kind of comes out, same numbers, same saying, same words, same everything. I kind of feel, I feel like there's something much bigger going on, right? You could perhaps attribute it to life unfolding and revealing the lessons our soul need to learn in this lifetime. North Node. A lot of emphasis on North Node in this reading, okay? You're exactly where you're meant to be, learning the lessons you need to learn. Everything is lining up as it needs to, so trust the process as much as you can. Stay optimistic for your desired outcome. Whatever the situation you're asking about, know that it's not a random development in your life, but a step along your path and meant to teach you. The sooner you pay attention to the lessons, the sooner you'll be able to navigate your way to where you want to go. So it's saying divine timing is unfolding. Events now have a purpose. You're in the right place at the right time. Everything happens for a reason. Or there's a reason why everything happens. Okay? So, I love this. It's saying, so why not? Take a risk. I love the fact that this card and that card has almost the same kind of feeling. And not only that, there's a wheel of fortune almost here. That wheel, that cycle, time to change, time to move. So this is a great time for you to, I don't know, take a step forward into what you're meant to do. I'm going to take more of this deck because, well, so even though I've had to do this twice, this feels like a lot better energy than I've had. Ace of Pentacles, great time to plant the seeds. Look at that beautiful, light, airy card coming in. Great time to plant the seeds. So that's going to be the title for this new moon coming in Scorpio. Great time to plant the seeds. So concentrate on you. Tip out of drama, okay? And try not to react. Like, I feel that snarky thing coming in. So when somebody comes and kind of, gets you to, engage in this energy of war, just, just take a moment and see, is it really worth your time and energy? Do you really want to, have you got better things to work on here? Than just engaging in that kind of thing. I think last week was a great indicator of that, of trying to get out of that kind of energy. So I would say, like, start this week fresh, and as the moon hits, just kind of, that new moon, just kind of go, okay, time for a change, time to shift gears and go into North Node, what I'm meant to be doing, and then push it forward, plant the seeds. So I hope that helped you out, Pisces. I'm going to be back. I'm going to do the reading for the upcoming week. I hope I can see you then. Take good care of yourself. Love, light, and blessings as always. Bye for now.